Okay, the breeder box is empty. This morning I did a few things after my regular water change in this tank. I moved on to transferring my 4 sick harlequin rasboras from this tank into a tank upstairs, one that's the same size as this one but an older one, so it's 2.6 gallons, 3 gallons or so of water volume, and I put them upstairs. That's the only place I can really put another little tank, so let's go upstairs and see. So here's my old Fluval Spec 3. It's 2.6 gallon, about 3 gallons total water volume. And I'm going to be using it strictly as a quarantine tank when I need to. But this was really the only place in my house I could put it. And so here's the harlequin rasboras that have that bit of white on their mouths that I've been treating with Canaplex. It's a fungal and bacterial medication, and I'm hoping that will cure them. When they seem to be okay, I'll put them back in the regular tank with their 6 other buddies, because I have a total of 10 harlequin rasboras. So this tank will only be used when I need a quarantine tank, when I need to medicate. And you want a tank strictly for medications. Now, the reason that I actually moved my harlequin rasboras to the quarantine tank upstairs is that I wanted to free up this tank to use as a grow out tank for, at this point, for my 2 albino cories, the fry, about 3 weeks old and a week and a half old. So they will be in this tank for quite a while, I believe, until they grow big enough to transfer to my regular tank. But this will be much better for them, much more room, better water quality because it's a larger water volume. And the only thing I'm wondering about is whether they really will suffer from having such a high water volume, a high surface. But we'll see. The air stone should provide oxygenous, how do you say that? Oxygenation. Oxygen besides the filter. And so I think that should be okay for them. And so I just finished putting water in this, cleaning it out of all the medication that might be present in the surfaces and the filter and all. And then filling it with dechlorinated tap water, and I transferred then the biomedia that I've had in storage in this Fluval Aqua Clear. I had 2 little bags of biomedia and a sponge that have been in this filter which I'm keeping just strictly for that purpose, to always have on hand biomedia that is cycled, that's ready to go should I need it. And so I took 2 bags, actually, yeah, 2 bags of biomedia that's with beneficial bacteria, and 1 sponge from there. And I put it in here, in this filter. And immediately the water was cycled. I tested it, ready for fish to go in. So let me show you how this little Fluval Spec 3 works. In this left-hand compartment right here is I have an in tank. It's a box that slips down with 3 compartments. And so I have a sponge, and I have cycled biomedia, and I have some filter floss at the bottom. And again, these cycled media I just took from that aqua clear filter from my regular tank. And so they were ready to go, and it cycled this water immediately. And on the right hand side of this Spec 3 tank is, you can't really see it, but the 2 cords are, 1 cord goes to the water pump, the filter, and 1 cord goes down to a heater, a little heater. And the filter pump pumps the water out through that spout. And water goes into the filter. It goes into the filter here. There are slots. I've covered it with stainless steel mesh just to make sure that especially my little cory fry won't slip through the slots. And well, I don't think I'll show you. And so the water comes in from the tank through there, through those slots, into the filter and down through all the media. And at the bottom of this, I don't know if you can see it, at the bottom there's an opening that passes the water over to this compartment where it gets heated up and it gets filtered and passed on back into the tank through that spout. So that's how this works. And so far it's worked well. And so there's the older, he's probably about 3 weeks old, the older guy. He seems to be doing okay. I just put food on the bottom. That's what all that orange stuff is. And the little guy, let's see, I think he's probably under one of these leaves, the almond leaf. But anyway, I'm going to leave the light off today just to get them used to this tank and not get stressed. Once again, the almond leaves are good because they provide constant mulch for them to feed on should they get hungry and there's no longer any food. See, there's the big guy. I think the little guy is probably under one of these 2 leaves. Okay, so that's what I've been doing. There he is. There's the little one. There's his big brother. They're getting along fine. But sometimes I've seen them resting, and they were resting together. Look at that. See, look at, they're doing fine together.